Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Diddy Kong here once again.
And I'm Pinkie Pie here. Welcome to you guys for some more of the Maxi Toys videos. And hey, Avy Pony and everyone else for that matter, and welcome back.
So anyways, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party Star Rush for the Nintendo 3DS / Nintendo 2DS. So previously we did manage to tackle through and now see form of Rhythm Reticle. And then we did have a pretty enjoyable time actually. Even for some nostalgic Mario games, music-wise, even my favorite music in the game was actually Gusty Garden Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy.
I kind of wish it actually has the Super Mario Galaxy 2 music on here, which it doesn't include it.
But I digress. So now we move on into the new mode in the game, which is called Mario Shuffle. So let's get started, shall we? Now for this particular mode, we're actually going to be showing you guys about something that's a little bit familiar to you. If we actually get into the Amiibo option really quickly, and as you can see, it tells you about Amiibo will join the game as the piece of this carrying the special item. So we'll jump cut for this point until we actually just manage to scan into those Amiibos. Okay, so we had a jump cut right there, and as you can see, we actually did have the ability that we actually get ourselves not one, but 3 Amiibo figures we actually scan in. Which this means we actually got ourselves another set of playable characters, but only exclusive to Mario Shuffle mode, which all consist of Bowser ever since Mario Party 10, and both Boo and Bowser Jr. from Mario Party Island Tour. So even then though, not to mention what those characters do make a return since the previous Mario Party games, but you know, they're in the Amiibo function, so as soon as you scan both Bowser and Boo from the Super Mario universe, so that means you do have the ability to actually play as them. However though, you can actually scan in Super Smash Bros. Bowser Jr. Amiibo in order to actually play as him on that mode. So even then, that's really worth knowing for, so that's why we actually did manage to jump cut for this point, because we can't be bothered to actually deal with this little Amiibo setup bull crap. But anyways, as you can see, we actually have ourselves 3 different playable roster into this separate teams. Like for instance, player 1 can actually take control of the red team, and then the other contains blue team. So blue team consists of Mario, Diddy Kong, and Daisy. So yeah, let's get started. And there's no computer difficulty settings, so yeah, let's go ahead and see how this mode actually looks like. This mode seems very familiar. If you remember playing through Mario Party 10 Amiibo Party before, then you should probably expected how this mode is actually playing like. But even then, we're not going to get into this little topic until we actually get into action, so move your 3 character pieces to the other side of the board, good luck. So yeah, you do have a turning to side choice, just like how it does in Mario Party 10 Amiibo Party, but even then though, that's the only thing this must be going for. So anyways, let's get started right there. So as you can see, we're actually on the side in this little linear board. So as you can tell, that we're actually going to be coming across into this little straight line board. Even though it might be a little bit more likely, you know, exactly similar to how it does in Mario Party 10 Amiibo Party, but except the fact that we can actually manage to traverse for the Mushroom Kingdom itself. So yeah, you can actually take control of these 2 different dice blocks and see what numbers we can select. Now after when you actually roll the dice, and then see how much numbers you'll be getting, like 5 and 3 for instance, you can actually change what Amiibo figures you want to actually place on, or even the cardboard cutout versions of these characters themselves. So yeah, let's say for instance we actually got ourselves 5 and 3, so that means we can actually let Boo decide to move, and then also that we'll let Bowser Jr. move at the same time too. There are some spaces that makes an appearance just like how it does in Balloon Bash mode, like for instance there's a +3 spaces which actually moves you 3 spaces forward, and also there's also the likes of these negative numbers which actually takes you back. If you go onto this exclamation mark spot, what this space can do is the fact that it'll lead you back into the very beginning of the board, so you have to watch out for that. So anyways, let's go ahead and use ourselves the Bronze Dice block for specifically on Bowser's item. Which is the only Amiibo we actually got ourselves the item equipped from you know, the Mario Party 10 Amiibo type of figure. So anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves 3 from Boo. So, and what happens was though, however though, is the fact that in order to actually know something right off the bat, is the fact that the in order to actually just knock these opponents out into the very start, or in this case temporarily stun, is the fact that you can either go bypass them, or even just knock them all the way back to the beginning, like what Diddy Kong actually did. However though, I will say though, out of all the modes we're going to be coming across into in this entire game, this is by far the hardest mode to win. Because of this though, that sometimes computer opponents is actually really darn good at this mode. And as a result, though, you have to be a lot of skillful tests. Even especially noticeable, you have to be really right on with item system and all that kinds of shenanigans. However, for the most part, though, it works just as fine as it used to be. However, though, I will say, though, that this mode is a hell of a lot more better than the likes of Amiibo Party from Mario Party 10. Because, for one, it does have a more variety on them. And secondly, that, I don't know exactly what can I explain it. But anyway, let's go ahead and use our 4, 5, 6 dice block. Not to be confused as Commander my 4, 5, 6 numbers. So, yeah, pretty worth knowing for that little reference. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get ourselves, let's go all the way over there. And at the same time, let's go ahead and not let Boo go into this estimation mod, because you go all the way back to the start of the board, so we don't want that. So, for the most part, it does that pretty well, although except the fact that Mario was actually knocking Bowser Jr. all the way back to the start. But still, if you desperately want to win this mode and stuffing like that, but most of the time that it's incredibly random at times. Well, especially most likely from these computer opponents is actually really good at this mode. But even then though, still, that's incredibly inconsistent. Anyways, let's go ahead and let Boo deal the job. And also that we're gonna have to let Bowser Jr. just catch up. Although, to be fair, that was actually a bad strategy, because if you let someone else go past you, then obviously you won't get screwed. So even then though, so just like we actually got hit right there, which is a little bit annoying. But even then though, let's just say right now, I think we might actually go ahead and do this us from 2 rounds, or maybe 1 round for surely. Because still, this is incredibly obnoxious to actually come in first place on. But even then though, no matter what, how many times I was going to be trying to actually deal with this mode entirely, but a lot of times the computer opponent is actually doing pretty damn good. But even then though, that's what the rubber banding AI is for, so even then though, they always know their strategy is actually right or not, so even then though, that's the only nitpicking I have with this mode, so even then, apart from that side of things, it's actually pretty good for the most part. But even then though, that, because of this, you know, this is a mild improvement over the likes of how it does in Mario Party 10 Amiibo Party, as far as I'm concerned with this already, so... this is not doing too well at this point, especially noticeable in there's like some situations that you will think about if you try to get back onto the lead at the moment, but a lot of times you instantly manage to lose on this point, so, oh, don't you dare try to actually get us. Okay, there we go. Too much for that. That sucks. So if you let the one of those opponents get past, if you manage to get past for those opponents, then you will instantly manage to lose on there, so... yeah, that's as far as memories goes with Mario Shuffle, basically. So even then... oh, wow, we actually got ourselves 2 of the kind. Yeah, if you get... oh, you gotta be kidding me. You have to go all the way back. A bit illegal, mind you. So anyway, if you manage to let these opponents get yourselves 2 of the exact same number, what happens though is that you actually get yourselves an automatic move position. So even then though, that could be pretty useful if you're in some situations where... if you desperately want to win on these specific boards like this, but it's just the fact that it's incredibly luck-based at times because of computer AI, and also judging by the fact that how, yeah, that's all I can really imagine about this kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's just let Bowser go on to its own move, and that's actually incredibly bad for that little strategy, mind you, because sometimes we actually do this a little bit too risky. So, at least the music is pretty good though for the most part, but even then though, that's always just feels more likely a good thing, mind you. But anyway, oh, you stupid Daisy. Oh, a little bit of a trickster right there. These are the only 2 opponents we need to worry about right now. Oh, shoot. I don't really know. Let's go for, that for Bowser. And then we can hopefully manage to guarantee we can actually just land the 3+ space for Bowser Jr. So hopefully we can actually, I don't know if we can actually catch up or not. But even then, we'll never know. Okay, so it looks like, oh, you flipping. Okay, so at least one of the team members, one of the blue team members is actually in the lead right now. Because, not to mention they actually got ourselves 2 players on the exactly same, position. Oh, drat. There's no way we can actually win this though, but even then though, that's only because the computer AI is actually really good at this. But still, kind of think about it, if you're trying to desperately win about this, then sometimes you have to be really right on with luck-based events. Oh, that's just really dumb of me.
But even then though, that unfortunately though, we might as well actually lose on this because obviously computer opponents is actually really good with strategy-wise. Oh, drat. In order to actually win the mode itself is to actually let everyone else get all 3 of these amiibo figures in. So, that's the only major premise of this. So, yeah, let's just say right now, we pretty much lost on this mode. So, there goes our first lose in the entirety of the game itself. Or, as technically in Coin Alpha 1, we actually did lost tremendously, so...
Congratulations!
Ah, damn it all.
How about this, Pinkie Pie?
What's that?
Let's do a rematch, so even then, we can actually show you guys for this mode one final time, so even then,
it will be a little bit too long for my liking, but we're just trying desperately need to win this.
But if not, though, however, then it'll be like, oh well, maybe another time.
So anyways, let's try this again, shall we?
And hopefully we can actually get ourselves an ultimate victory here. If only the computer AI is actually doing a little bit of a stingy at one point.
Well, sometimes you actually get yourselves a pretty bad rolls with your dice blocks yet again, just like how it does in any other mode for that matter.
But oh my god, trying to win this mode is actually incredibly luck-based.
Even more so to how it does in Amiibo Party and Mario Party 10 as a matter of fact.
So anyway, let's go get ourselves a +3 on Bowser.
And hopefully we do not land onto that specific space here.
And we can actually land on here for Boo.
So just in case it gives us a little bit of advantage.
Although it's not so much any longer for this point, because obviously computer opponents are getting so lucky with dice roll system.
Oh, please don't you dare actually just land on our space. Oh, phew.
That's actually pretty close.
Okay, so let's go ahead and use our... Nope. Gonna use our item right now. Let's go ahead and use our bronze dice blocks, even then that...
Although, you can only use one item at a time, so even then, once your item is actually being used, then it's pretty much done with you, so...
Anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of a boost for Boo right here, so just in case we can actually instantly knock down Daisy, so even then, we should be able to get ourselves a little bit of advantage going.
At least as far as to this point right now.
So yeah, if you manage to,
okay, let's see what Mario's gonna land on. Please don't tell me he's gonna... Okay, good.
Seems like we're doing pretty okay for the most part, at least for the second attempt as far as this result.
So anyways, let's go to use our 4, 5, 6 dice blocks, so that means we can actually use that in the process. So,
I believe you can only do it... Oh, wow.
We actually got ourselves pretty lucky there.
No until when it gets to the point until when either Mario decides to actually land on this, though, so...
Or more so to how it does it in Diddy Kong, that's the only thing we need to worry about the most.
I really like how the fact that Boo amiibo detail is actually a little bit more impressive.
So even then though, because of this,
oh, what's Diddy Kong doing?
Okay, so he's gonna temporarily stun us, so even then though, that's all there is to really say.
So hopefully it should be able to get ourselves a bit of a good chance here.
It was especially noticeable that,
oh, okay,
if someone else gets to the goal, whenever you did not use the item in the first place,
what happens was, though, is that you don't actually use the item or anything like that after when you actually use that one of those.
Okay, so, looks like that was actually gonna be, Okay, quick right there, sorry about that, folks. This is basically that, both Sonic and Mario was actually calling us for something, so,
yeah, as far as I was concerned with this, though, so...
Anyways, let's go ahead and just, quickly just try and do a little bit of a strategy going on. Let's just say we go from here.
And we'll go from here, so even then, though, we can hopefully get ourselves a higher rolls until at one point, so let's just hoping if the other opponents doesn't get any, higher rolls in this state. So,
even then though, that as far as memory's concerned, that we're doing pretty good with this for the most part.
So, anyway.
Oh, that's actually pretty okay. So, even then though, let's just say we'll go for 2 for Bowser, and,
yeah, let's go for, 3 for Bowser Jr. and 2 for Bowser. So, even then though, that we can instantly manage to win this until the next turn.
At least as far as I'm concerned with that, because that strategy did work.
So yeah, there's one thing I haven't mentioned about this to you guys, is that recently we managed to get ourselves yet another Game Boy game from the likes of Nintendo 3DS system,
no the form of Metroid 2, The Return of Samus.
Unfortunately, there's not much else we can talk at this point, because we pretty much win for the most part, so we'll discuss more on that until we get to the next mode and the next video and onwards, so...
Yeah, about freaking time do we actually now finally win.
So, eat that!
Congratulations!
Oh, wow. I finally won on that.
But still, it's incredibly challenging to actually win this, though. But I digress, let's just leave right now. So we got the endings off here, so that's pretty much it for Mario Shuffle. Overall, it's a pretty hectic mode for the most part, but even then, sometimes, again, it gets even ridiculously challenging as far as computer opponents is concerned. But I digress, so that's pretty much it for this video, so join me and Pinkie Pie next time on Let's Play Mario Party Star Rush. It's the fact that we're moving on into the next mode, which is called Blue, I always say blue for some reason. Boo's Block Party, which is basically a puzzle game in this game in particular. Gee, I wonder why. But anyway, see you guys next time. Later, fellas.